Warning, the following content may induce serious FOMO and an uncontrollable urge to travel.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I search to find the love within. I can't let it to let you know. Got a thing from you, and I can't let go. My friends wonder what is wrong with me.
We've talked about it on the show several times, how all the ingredients in the food, everything is so much more natural and organic there, and not all the chemicals and pesticides and all those things.
I prefer food in Europe all day.
So, well, there's a new restaurant, super new, because we're gonna get into hotels a little bit later, but I've actually only stayed at one hotel ever in Capri, and that's Capri Palace Jumeirah.
Yes. Which was lovely and
with
stunning.
the rooftop, right?
That hotel, so first of all, it's not in, Capri is very, very small, but there's what they call Anna Capri, right? Which is kind of like not downtown, you gotta go further up a little bit. The chairlift,
it's super popular. We didn't go on it though.
We didn't go on it, but it's right next to the Jumeirah Hotel. So when you walk out of the Jumeirah Hotel, there's the chairlift thing that you can get stunning views of the island. Wow. And then there's a lot of local merchants and stuff like that. So it's not your designer and this, that, and the other. But the hotel, we've always loved the hotel. I've been to Capri 3 times and I've always stayed there. Now they just opened a Zuma there.
Really?
Yeah.
It's open already?
Yeah, it's open already. They didn't have a Zuma there when we stayed. And we went last year, didn't we?
I think 2 years ago.
Was that 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah, they opened a Zuma there.
I know they opened a El Gabbiano there too.
Oh, they did?
Oh. Yeah, I saw that on my way out. I was like, why didn't I
go there? Yeah. When I was reading the facts about Capri and the number of tourists, there wasn't nearly as many people going to Capri 8 years ago versus now. And when
it's a whole thing now.
Yeah, it's a whole thing now. And when we would stay at Jumeirah, it would actually be one of the less expensive luxury hotels. So that's why, and it was still expensive, mind you. It wasn't cheap. It's oh my God, this is what I'm paying for a room.
I love the location of Jumeirah too.
I do love the location. It is off the beaten path a little bit, which is what I like, because it's not as much foot traffic coming across.
Yeah,
and
that's what you want.
Yeah, that's what you want. Personally, that's what I like.
And there was a street band outside, almost every night.
Yeah, they would have entertainment outside. It was.
Let me not call it a street band.
Yeah,
they were supposed to.
It was a real band.
They were a street band.
They weren't they did have the guitar case open, hoping people would throw in dollars,
but they were there on purpose. They weren't just stumbling upon the corner.
They were there on purpose. Yeah, I think the hotel maybe kind of has some kind of situation with them, because it's a beautiful property, period. The rooms are really nice, but when we first started staying there, so looking at the prices that they were back then versus to what they are now, I went and looked just randomly, what's Capri look like right now? They want $5,000 a night for the room.
Stop.
I am not lying.
What?
And I don't know if it's because they opened a Zuma there, and I'm like, damn, is Zuma that poppin'?
Also, the Zuma's in the hotel.
Yeah, and the hotel was already beautiful.
Zuma's nice, but it ain't that.
It's not $5,000 a night nice.
Now, mind you, the very, very first time I went there was probably 2024? It was probably 2015. Was the first time 2016. Now, mind you, I don't want to say we were in the basement, but but we got the bottom entry level room, and it was $700 a night. The next time we went back, we got a nicer room, and it was $1,500, $1,600 a night, and that was maybe 6 years ago. And then fast forward to looking, when we went, it was $1,500, $1,600 a night.
Capri is expensive.
It's expensive.
So be prepared for that. It is not.
Be prepared for that.
You don't go schlepping to Capri.
No, you don't. So when we went back, I think it was either $1,500 or $1,600 a night. So, and when I looked this summer, it was $5,000. And I'm like, why?
So it's not. I love, as much as I love them, I don't know if it's giving $5,000.
It's not giving $5,000.
It's not.
And it's is it because it's that is it that popular now? unreal.
I think they know how popular the island is now and how tourists are really flocking to the island that they have a reason to jack up the prices. I think a lot of places that are catching up, like I feel like Lake Como, for instance, will start to do that. You know, like all these places that people are catching on to. And Capri is definitely one of those places, you know.
They had an issue with their like water system recently. Did you hear about that?
No,
like they
what
had to like
happened?
shut down the island. Like they weren't letting anybody on the island. So could you imagine if you booked a $5,000 room night and you can't even get to the island because they have water issues?
No, that's crazy.
That's crazy. What would you do? Like,
oh no.
I mean, for me, that kind of money, I would be devastated. I would be like,
right.
oh my God.
You just go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, if you're spending
everything.
But
is
you've
so
already
close over
spent
there.
that much money. Like,
Well, I
your
would
room
hope you
is
get a refund.
non-refundable. You didn't buy the insurance. Do you buy travel
But
insurance?
what
I
do you
don't
do
buy
though?
travel insurance.
But what do you do though if the whole island is shut down and you have a reservation during that time? Wouldn't they reimburse you or give you a credit? I remember I did that.
I would think so.
I did that before. What's the really nice place in Cavo Tagu in Greece? I did that and
Wait, what? Who? Say it again.
Cavo. Did I butcher
Cava?
it?
No, I don't know what it is. Educate
Cavo
me.
Tagu in Greece. It's like the cave pool hotel in Greece. I had a reservation there, but like, granted, it was COVID. I had a reservation there in 2020, and they were like, "Oh, well, you can, you can just have this credit for a year, like because it's shut down pretty much." And I didn't end up going within that year, and I had to like pester them to get my money back. I feel like if it's an issue where the island is not open, then that hotel has to honor at the very least, a credit.
Well, that's why I put everything on Amex.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Amex understands.
Dispute. Amex has such a great policy. And there are some other credit cards now that are catching up to
Chase Sapphire.
Yeah, that are
They're a good
catching up
one.
to that notion of like, how do we protect our our clients when it comes to like purchases like this, and it's something that's out of their hands, right?
Yeah. I only use my Amex out there. Some places don't accept it.
There's a lot of places in Europe that don't.
At the very least, the hotels, the flights,
the
those
hotels
things.
they do. So we went to so there's at Zuma. So we were talking about restaurants and we got slightly diverted into other things. The beauty of staying, so the beauty of staying at Capri Palace Jumeirah is that they have a partnership with El Riccio. And El Riccio is the one that we always go to that has, it overlooks the it's near the Blue Lagoon area. So it overlooks like really pretty waters. They have a whole entire dessert room, and that's where Dior does their pop-up.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so Dior does a pop-up there. Like,
oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they do like a pop-up there every summer. Well, the last few summers.
I missed it when I was there.
Yeah, it's super cute.
When we were there, I thought it was a one-time thing, but it's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
I feel like they're making it
It's like on the cliffside.
Yes.
And all the, banquettes are decked out in Dior pillows and blankets. It's so cute.
They had a whole little Dior like workout theme. So when you're upstairs, it's the restaurant itself. It's really, really good. It's hard to get a reservation. Book in advance. Highly recommended.
We have so much beautiful footage to clip in. Capri is absolutely stunning.
It is.
It's stunning.
That's what makes it so desirable. It's just, it's opulence meets Mother Nature at its best.
There is nothing wings about Capri, I'll tell you that.
Nothing wings about it.
Nothing.
Except for that ferry ride. Yo, that ferry ride is unreal. The ferry ride.
Everybody is like cattle. It's like they're herding cattle onto this ferry.
Literally.
Everybody's fighting for their
But
suitcase.
you know what? It's herding cattle and everyone is dripped. Well, first
Sweat
of all,
is hot.
it's two extremes, right? Because you have everyone who's like tripped out in all the designer, this, that, and the other, trying to get on the ferry, and then you have like, somebody who's just going in to work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you have these two extremes that they're herding everybody onto these ferries to like.
Yeah. And it's
not
not
unreal.
cool.
It's not cool.
It's not cool
And
at all.
another thing, when you're traveling to Capri, and this is why Kelley said take the helicopter. There is also the notion of like taking your own private charter over there, like boat wise.
Yeah.
I don't know what the setup of that looks like as far as like luggage and this, that, and the other. I know for helicopters there's limitations, so look into that before, like weight limitations. But even when you're riding the ferry, when you first pull up, they can only get but so close to the ferry. So they drop you off and you have to lug your luggage a good, quarter mile?
I would say book at a decent place because the hotel came and got ours.
Well, I'm just talking about when you get on the luggage, when you get on the ferry.
Oh yeah, it's a lot to get on. Yes.
Yeah, this
but
is
when
just
you get
when
off,
you get on the
someone will
ferry.
be waiting there.
Yes. Now when you
The
get
Caviar
off,
Inn.
when you get off, depending on the hotel you book, Jumeirah will come pick you up, grab your luggage. You don't have to go anywhere. Like once you get there, it's really, really smooth. But getting on the ferry, I think, is a little bit of a struggle.
No, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's hot. And you know what? It's normally like if the ferry was all you're doing, it's cool. But it's this notion of like you just got off of like, if you're coming from the East Coast, you just got off a 10-hour flight.
Yeah.
Right.
Assuming you have no layovers, right?
Yeah, it's a long.
That's a lot of travel.
Coming from the West Coast, you most likely have a layover, and now you got to get on the ferry.
So we flew and then we took the train to Naples. Is that what we did, or we took a car to Naples? We took a car to I'm sorry. How do you pronounce it?
Napoli.
What did we do?
We flew into somewhere, Rome.
Did we go into
It's
Rome?
usually Rome.
Because they didn't have direct flights into Napoli at that point. So we flew
and I
direct
feel like
into
we
Rome.
took a car and he just dropped us off on the side of the road and we had to figure out where the ferry was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little confusing too.
It's a little confusing.
Yeah.
No, he was like, okay. And we were like,
There's two
Two
different
ports.
ports
Yeah.
that you can leave from. So make sure you pick the port that's closest to the airport. Yeah. And then they have ferries that are a little faster than others.
so we were definitely on.
The slow one.
We were definitely on.
No, we were on the fast one.
That was the fast one?
That was the fast one.
Okay.
Girl,
I
that
can't
was the
imagine
fast one.
How long did it take you?
Maybe I'm just thinking about the experience.
Yeah,
For
she
me,
was-
it took
she
2
was-
hours from
Oh,
Napoli.
no. We were like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say about an
You were
hour.
on the fast one.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were on
really?
the
Okay.
fast
We were on the
one.
fast
Yeah,
one.
we were
Well,
on the
damn.
fast one.
Yeah.
So,
Didn't feel fast.
so
Mine had I felt like hundreds of people on it.
Ours too.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was
there was a lot
so
of people.
many
And you're
people. And it was
all
like
you're-
multi-level, like,
Everybody's fighting to get like a seat,
yeah,
and it's just like this big open room in the middle of the boat with just seats everywhere.
yeah.
You know, lines of seats.
I would say going there, I would say to sit on the top. So at least you have the views, at least,
So we stayed on the
You get
bottom
some
because it had
sunshine.
AC.
yeah, depending on how hot it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would say on the way back, I was just tired. So like I sat inside to go to sleep. But on the way there, or if you're going back during sunset, it's also nice to sit on the top too, because then you get the views. I appreciated the views and it's a photo moment and stuff like that. If you're going in October like I did, I would bring a little like blanket or something, because in the beginning it's a little cold, but then as you go later on, the sun starts coming out and it gets a little warmer as you get closer to Capri.
So coming back, we didn't do the ferry coming back. We just scheduled a boat day, right? And then we got dropped off in Sorrento.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
we did.
From
That's a
there-
cute little trick. So I would recommend to anyone, if you're gonna do a boat day, do it on the front end or the back end.
Yeah.
So you can use the boat day to actually drop you off or pick you up.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Little travel
Yeah.
hacks. Okay, I
little
love
travel
that.
hacks.
Tips and
So-
tricks.
Because you
Tips and
definitely do want to do a
tricks. Boat day.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
boat in Capri. You also want to see like the lagoons.
Yeah.
And just I would recommend too, like having some type of guide to show you, like to teach you about the Lovers Rock. Is it called the Lovers
Girl,
Rock?
nobody cares about the love.
I loved it because they said
People care.
there's a thing though. They say that if
Yeah.
you go under it with your lover and kiss, then it means that you'll be together forever.
Not me going under it with Sahar.
No, that is
with your lover, with your
see,
lover.
I gotta find a lover.
I
that-
definitely went
need
with
a
my
lo-
lover
I-
and we kissed and we'll be together
We didn't
forever.
kiss,
I'm
though,
gonna say
but-
that.
No. I need a lover. I need a lover to take me to Capri. Signing
Yes,
up
see,
for
that-
that.
it's
Let's go.
definitely a lover's island. And then I
But
would
it doesn't have to be. I went with Sahar and we had a good time.
We had a good time. Was that our only
It could be a
stop,
girls'
though?
trip.
It wasn't. No, we went to Rome.
We went to Rome as well. Yeah. But every time I've done it, it's been a girls' trip for me.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what that says about me.
So I think both ways can be really cool. No, because we made it a shopping day and
Yeah.
a
Right.
little drinking night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be so romantic, but it is romantic. If
It
you
is
are.
super romantic.
It is. I think Italy in general is just a romantic. Like,
Yes,
you know.
It is.
life is much
Country.
softer over there.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Than
it
that's
is.
the word.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about Capri Palace, Jumeirah. Other hotels, just so you guys are aware. JK Palace Capri.
Oh, we almost stayed there, didn't we?
We almost stayed there.
Yeah.
We almost stayed there. It's like on the cliff, super pretty. Hotel Caesar
Cute.
Augustus. It's super. I've never chose that hotel, even though it always pops up in my searches based on like what I search for. Just because it's like super old school, like the decor and stuff. I like a little bit more modern.
Yeah.
But still, very well known hotel. And then the other two I would recommend, and we're gonna have to throw these names on the screen because I know I'm about to mess them up, and I'm so sorry.
Not the disclaimer.
Yes. Capri, Tabiro Palace, and Hotel La Scalientella. Is that how you say that?
I would say it that way, yes.
Scalientella. So those are both in city center. And if you stay at the Scalientella, whatever that is, both of those are like you walk downstairs and you're in the shops.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for the latter, like as soon as you land, like you can't even take your car into that area. So when they come to pick you up from the ferry, they grab your luggage and tell you to walk.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll put your
Yep.
luggage on a cart and then you walk to wherever. Those are city centers. So if you want to be close to the shops and just be able to roll downstairs and grab something,
Right.
just know it's probably going to be a lot more foot traffic because you're in city center, right? So,
Yeah.
but still beautiful hotels. I know folks who stayed at those and like raved about them.
Yeah.
So those are the hotels. We could talk about some more of the restaurants, but we talked about Zuma. We talked about Arricchio, the Paulino. That's the one.
That's under the lemon trees.
That's
I
under
love
the,
it there.
That's under the lemon tree.
I
It's
love
like
that
literally
one
you
too.
can't like
It's like a whole bunch of
lemon
like
trees.
you're surrounded
Yes.
almost.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, off
Like-
the cliff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
in lemon trees.
Yeah.
Like it's so beautiful, and the
Yeah.
food is actually one thing you can't go wrong with in Italy is food.
The food is just
Period.
Whenever I hear people say, well, and it's rare that I hear people say this, but that they don't enjoy the food in Italy, I'm like, blasphemy. Get out of here.
right.
Yeah.
They must be
Yes.
picky eating.
I'm
They
like,
must be
where?
picky
I'm like,
eaters.
where did you go? What did you eat? You clearly aren't watching.
Yeah,
Caviar
you're not going
Wings.
to the. You're not going to the right place.
Right.
Right. You're not watching Caviar Wings. You
Right.
don't. You don't know where to
It's
Clearly
go.
you
all
haven't
down
seen the
to
episode.
because Italy has the best food, hands down.
The
in my
best.
opinion.
The best.
Anywhere.
It's all handmade, fresh ingredients,
Europe-
not
So
processed.
good.
Like,
In
this
Europe,
is great.
in Europe, this is my disclaimer.
That's
In
exactly
Europe,
right.
it's definitely hands down the best food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
I mean, pasta is just my thing. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Like pasta with no repercussions.
Pasta's my thing.
Like,
But they also have a lot of beach clubs too. So aside from the one that we talked about, so the restaurant we talked about before at Arricchio, like downstairs is like not only the Dior pop-up, but like kind of like a beach club-ish vibe where you can hang out and like.
So
spend
my
the day.
favorite part was the little lady in the back making the desserts from scratch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love
my
that.
God.
The whole dessert room.
The little lady in the
The
back.
whole.
There was a
dessert
little
room.
lady. She lived back there.
You're making up stories. I don't know. They have a beach club there. I don't know how funny they like. I think you have to have like an actual reservation. But if you're staying again at that hotel, Jumeirah, I think you kind of get
You have
like
access over there, maybe.
you get
or either they
access.
made the
You get-
reservation for us.
yeah, they make the reservation for you, and you know you have like priority or whatever.
Yeah.
And then didn't we go on to one that was like was it Dolce Gabbana themed? No, or it was just that's the one that's like really famous too. La Fontellana Beach Club. That's so wrong. I know that's wrong. We're gonna throw it up on the screen. That beach club.
When we took a picture with the gentleman in the flag,
Yes.
it was Dolce themed.
At that season, I don't
Yeah.
think they've done it because when I went back and like tried to research what it was based on the fact that it was like a Dolce theme and we went before, it wasn't popping up. But the beach club
it was probably a
itself,
pop-up.
like popped up. But
Yeah, so the food was really amazing. It's on the cliff. There's like the beach chairs right under you. It was beautiful.
yeah, the food is great. They definitely cater to the tourists.
Yeah.
They gave us a whole show.
But they came up with an American flag, and I
They
said,
did.
"Excuse me,
Not
who
the
said
flag."
we were Americans?"
Right.
how did you know?
But they didn't ask.
And then they wanted to take, like, they were like, oh, we'll take your picture now. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is like-
And we said no. We want the Italian flag.
Right.
They gave us the Italian flag instead, but it's like very, it felt very tourist trap-ish, but it's still a great beach club.
Yeah,
It's a
and the
really,
view is
really,
really,
really
really
good
pretty.
beach club. So it was a lot of fun. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you like, as far as Capri and your experiences in traveling, what would you rate Capri?
What would I rate Capri? I would rate it about an 8.8.
Damn, what makes it
What
not
the
a 10?
hell?
Because
8.8?
I think it's the fact that the tourists just make things not cool sometimes. One, the way getting there is a little tough, and just so many people. But once you're there and you get to actually experience it, it's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just like too many people that makes it not as great, and the way to get there. But otherwise, I love Capri. I think the food is amazing. I think the views are amazing. I think the shopping is amazing.
Oh yeah, you shopped a lot?
Yes. I got some great pieces in Capri in particular. And so like all of those things together, like Italy has my heart regardless, you know?
Yeah.
So I love me some Capri, but if it wasn't so many people, that's why I said go on the off season, then it's a much better experience for me. And I will say I tried to go on a boat tour to like go to the lagoons and stuff too, but the water was choppy the last time I went, so I wasn't able to see all of the lagoons. So I would love to like swim in that. You know what I mean?
The lagoons are cool, but I don't want to say they're overrated. It's just
you don't want to make that the only thing. It's
Girl,
like cute to see one time and then go.
Like it was. How would you describe that
There's
experience?
a lot of things that I think in this world that are a little overrated, but you have to see it.
You have to see it once.
You have to go.
You have to
the
see it
Blue
once.
So we did it. And
I wanted to swim in it, but I couldn't because of
Well,
the
they don't
water.
let you
So I
swim on the
think-
inside.
I've seen people online saying that they've like finagled some kind of private boat
So you
Yeah.
can
No,
swim
you
that
can
will
do that.
allow them to jump off in there, but it's rare. They don't really. You're not supposed to.
Yeah, I've seen it though.
But I've
with
seen
my own
people say
eyes.
that they swim in there. I would love to
You
do
can,
that.
yeah.
They
I
did,
mean,
yeah.
I didn't know you need
Nor did
permission.
I
for that.
ask. That water. Here's another thing. The water is cold.
Yeah, but it was
It's
super
cold,
crowded.
but it's
the water
beautiful.
is cold and it's crowded. And
The
so
fight to
many-
get into the hole is crazy.
It's a queue. It's a line. I know she doesn't do lines. The fact that she's
No,
gonna,
no,
like,
no.
Sorry, I get it.
No, I wasn't in a line for
It
the
was.
fight to get in.
It was. and the guys who are like managing and running those boats, they're like, they know the game now. It's not even about
Yeah.
the experience with them anymore. It's like,
Yeah.
how much are you tipping me? Like this, that, and the other. It feels very commercialized.
We saw it from the boat versus taking a taxi to the area and like waiting in the line and like coming down the.
Yeah,
steps.
we didn't do all that. We
So
hopped.
I would suggest
Yeah.
if you're gonna see it, do a boat day and have your person like they'll bring you up and the taxi will come to the boat and hop in there and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say taxi, I mean water taxi. Like
Water taxi.
I think that's what they're called, taxis. But
Yeah.
They're water
Like
taxis.
cigarette
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah, because we did a boat
so you
day.
hop in and you
Yeah.
have cash on you and you give them the cash, or I think you really just tip them, but they are hustling
You gotta
for the
have.
tips.
They're hustling hard.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Like I almost got into it with my
Yeah,
boat
because you
guy.
didn't want to tip him, and I'm like, bro.
No,
like,
it wasn't. No, it wasn't the not tipping him. It was tipping him, but it was just the way he was going about it was so aggressive.
Oh.
It was just
No.
too aggressive. It's like, of course we're gonna take care of you.
Yeah,
like,
you need to have somebody good that
He was
just
just like
understands.
mean. I don't know. Maybe it was a language barrier. I was like,
Oh no.
that's a
why
hard
are you
one.
being so mean? Don't start. They think I'm mean. I'm not that mean.
Not
I don't
that
think you're mean.
Thank you. See, look.
So I want you to know, Justin always talks about this one time in the restaurant where you made the waitress smell the cups. Do you?
This is not part of a Capri episode. But I just wanted her to know that I'm not making shit up. Like,
Can you smell this?
Sorry.
no,
What was wrong
Do me
with
a
the
favor.
cup?
it
So the-
smelled
so the cups
so
stink.
bad.
Okay.
Stunk, whatever. So instead of just saying, "Hey, these cups stink," when the waitress comes over, she's like, "Do me a favor."
Not do me a favor.
But I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Maybe I just wasn't maybe my nose was off that day. Maybe my nose
Come
was
here,
off
do me a
that day.
favor.
So the waitress was like,
Do you smell what I smell? Because maybe you don't. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem.
What did she say?
"I'm sorry, I took us off topic."
You did.
Back to Capri.
It was a problem. She agreed. She was like, "No, this stinks." I'm like, "Thank you."
That's so funny.
Yeah. Okay. See, you completely. I don't even know where we.
I'm
left.
sorry, where were we?
Talking
The
about
Blue Lagoon. You gotta go. Take a
You
boat
should do
there.
it just to check it out.
See it one time.
Just see it one time. You got to duck down.
But it's not
One time
that
is
deep.
enough.
You can go from a boat. You can, if you do brunch at El Riccio, I think you can also go right downstairs. That's one of the pickup locations that people line up for. Yeah. Yeah, it's convenient. So if you do brunch there, you can, because it's so close, it makes sense.
We went to another little turn-up day, like lunch brunch, on the way to Sorrento. Do you remember?
I do. Oh my God, that was so good.
That food was really good.
The food was really
The
good,
staff
and it's
was really
such
nice.
a turn up. Oh my God, is it Copenhagen or something like that?
We'll cut it in. But
Okay, we're gonna cut it
definitely-
in.
Definitely go there.
Yes, definitely go there. It's definitely a good time. You can get to it by land, but we got to it.
Yeah, pull up on the boat. That's
we
better.
pull up on the boat. The boat is the flex.
Everything's better on a boat.
The boat is the way.
better. Everything is, and look, if you're going to Capri, like, can you do it on a budget? Yeah, but it's not one of the places I would recommend doing on a
No.
budget.
No.
Like that experience.
Honestly, I wouldn't even say that you can. That trip broke my bank. I'm not even lying.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
It costs.
Because the other
Yeah.
thing too is like the beaches aren't sandy. It's a lot of rocks.
It's rocky beaches.
It's rocky beaches.
Yeah.
So the best way to get in the water is from a boat.
By boat. I personally probably wouldn't go on the beach to get in the water.
Yeah.
I'd go on the boat.
Yeah, get on a boat.
Yeah.
So that's what we've learned today.
Yeah.
Get on a boat, folks. Thank you for joining
on a
us.
boat.
Wait, where are you going next?
Next, France, and then Cabo.
Nice.
Where
Yeah.
in France?
I'm going to Cognac, France.
Ooh.
Yes.
Is this for work or is this for fun?
It is for work so that I can experience how they make cognac. And then we're also going to make a trip out of it and go to Champagne. It's a 2-hour train ride from Cognac.
Did
So,
we get into what you do?
Oh, well, aside from all of the other hats that I wear, I'm also the Hennessy Culture Ambassador here in Miami. So they are sending me to Cognac, France, so I can see how Hennessy is created, meet the master cellar makers, and just really experience Cognac, France. See how the grapes are made, go through tasting sessions,
I love
meet
that.
the master
That's cool.
distillers. It's just, I
That's
can't
amazing.
wait. I've dreamt of this.
Aw.
And then to also go to Champagne too.
Yeah. So if you see Hennessy
Amazing.
on the show, you know why.
You know why.
We love
That's
Hennessy over
amazing.
here.
'Cause I know there's a lot of young girls who probably aspire to be in a position that you're in. And that's
Yeah.
amazing that you can kind of like, we'll have to share more of that on our channels so that young
Love that.
ladies out there will know like, you can have a cool job and travel the world.
And
doing
travel the
it.
world doing
With
it.
your
yes.
beautiful baby girl.
Yeah.
With a beautiful baby. You can do it.
You
Like
can
if
do
I can
it.
do
It's
it and having
possible.
4 different jobs,
Yes, you
you
can,
can do it too. You got it.
Thank you for coming. We
Of
love your
course. Thanks
energy.
for having
we love
me.
having you here. You've been
Thank you.
such a light to our show. We
Thank
appreciate it. All
you.
things Capri and the baby travel tips, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We
We'll
got-
circle back in a
Yeah,
year.
we're
and
gonna
see.
circle back. We're gonna have like there's certain faces you're gonna get familiar with seeing on this show. Get familiar with this
I love that.
one. Yes. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.